Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So what I want to do in today's video is to play the reverse Fianchetto Gambit. In case you are confused, here is how the modern gambit goes. Beginning with the move pawn to e4, and then you play g6 right away. And after the top played move pawn to d4, you gambit your f pawn like this. And the whole idea is to sacrifice your entire king side so that you can recapture with your h pawn. And after bishop d3, attacking your pawn, you play queen d6, defending it and also stopping white from playing bishop f4. While some people have argued to say this is a useless gambit, well, I find it to be very difficult for white to crack. I'm not saying this is a wow opening or a bulletproof. What I'm just saying is it's very much playable, especially in bullet, blitz and rapid, where you just want to confuse your opponent, eat their time, fight for rapid development and probably a quick win. The whole idea is to pin the king's knight after knight f3 like this. And should white play h3, we leave the bishop right here and rather develop the queen's knight on c6, attacking the d4 pawn. After something like c3, our plan is very simple: to go pawn to e5 given a chance and oversimplify the game. Later on, the dark squared bishop will sit on h6 and the king's knight will sit on f5 through e7 and pop, and consider playing a6 after or before castling long. And of course, we are going to take on f3 somewhere in the middle game. So this is our simple plan with this dubious gambit, which works, by the way, because I have won a lot of games against strong players and other titled players. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what I want to play even with white pieces. I will say something like that. So the secret is to allow black occupy the center with his two central pawns as highlighted. So to do this, we need to start with g3. And as you can see in the Lichess database, pawn to d5 is the top played move, because at this point black doesn't know what is happening or what you are up to. You want to play b3. Why? Because you are asking black to play pawn to e5, which is the top played move in the Lichess database, as you can see, giving away the whole center. And now rather than going bishop g2 or bishop b2, this is when you play pawn to f4. Very dubious. But once again, the plan is still similar to that of the Fianchetto Gambit. After ef, you want to go pawn to d4. And after fg, you want to take back with your h-pawn. And most of your opponents, trust me, will play this move bishop d6, attacking the undefended g-pawn. And here is how you want to defend it. Once again, you go queen d3, also preventing black from playing bishop f5. This will come as a surprise to most of your opponents. Then, should they play knight f6? Yep, you know what to do once again. Now you go bishop g5. See the reason why we didn't play bishop b2, because we wanted to do this. And after pawn to h6, we don't do anything with our bishop, but rather we go knight c3. Because we know that if h takes g5 happens, we have rook takes h8 check. So black won't have time to capture your bishop. And just like we saw in the normal Fianchetto Gambit, from here our plan is to go pawn to e4, and then we develop our light squared bishop on h3, then put our king's knight on f4 through e2. Like pop, and then given a chance we will castle long. Not to mention that this time we won't have a6, yep, but we'll always and always have king b1 and then continue playing chess, probably knight b5 to chase the dark squared bishop away. So this is our main plan. I don't know what else black can do here. Knight c3 attacks the d5 pawn, so they play something like pawn to c6, after which you now go pawn to e4, and then after pop, you take back with your knight. Once again, is this gambit dubious? Yes, it is. But the main goal is to confuse our opponent, that's one. To take them out of their comfort zone or out of their prep, that's two. To develop our pieces rapidly, that's three. To play an attacking game, because we know that the more we attack, the more we increase our opponent's chances to blunder, that's four. And five, we just want to have some fun. Now, of course, there are times where black plays something else. For example, after pawn to g3, if black plays other moves, that you weren't expecting, well, it's time for you to transpose to other normal openings. After all, pawn to g3 is called the Hungarian opening, which may also transpose to the English opening, the double fianchetto opening, the King's Indian attack, the Catalan, and so on. So this is not the end of the world. In other words, our reverse fianchetto gambit works pretty much well against this pawn to d5 and e5 setup. If they play anything else apart from that, you should also play something else. That's what we mean by flexibility, being flexible in chess. Right. Can a 2600 handle my fianchetto gambit reverse? So let's do this. Take another pawn. Again. Okay, so here we see bishop d6, which is a high level response. But anyways, I can still go queen d3, preventing bishop f5. If pawn takes, I take back with my h pawn. So I'm here trying out my reverse fianchetto gambit. Nothing much, not a serious game. Right, knight f6 by black. What can I do here? Okay. So after knight f6, I say just go ahead and play bishop g5, pin that knight. If pawn to h6, just go knight c3. So I'm not worried about this. Let's see what my opponent is going to do. So you see, even a 2600 rated player may get confused with this dubious gambit, so-called fianchetto gambit. Anywho, so whenever you see knight c6, just go a6, a3 to stop knight b4. What am I even saying this evening? Yeah, pawn to h6 is a sheer waste of time. Now I can just go knight c3, attacking the d5 pawn, by the way. There we see bishop e3, bishop e6. So now pawn to e4. If pawn takes, I have knight takes, so I just removed this. Everything going according to plan, by the way. I don't think my 2600 rated opponent is going to take on e4. Oh, okay. Let me just oversimplify and develop my minor piece instead of playing pawn to c3. It's always good to develop your minor pieces. By the way, I should have taken the dark squared bishop. Knight f3 is a tricky move. I'm just asking black to take on d4 so that I can castle long and have many pieces on the center of the board. If you ask me, yes, I know this is a dubious gambit and thou shalt not try this at home. Let me just go full beam. Yep. Castle short. This allows me to, you know, create this threat. How about this? Check. If rook f7, I have pawn to d5. Okay, that's a wise move. Wait a second! Do I have a sacrifice on h6? Guys, I'm playing against a 2614 rated opponent, and here is the opportunity to shine. Here is my chance to shine, you guys. I don't know what will follow up, but anyways, this is bleed, so let me just take and then this. I don't know what will happen. Here I can even draw if I want to. Oh, wait a second. There's king f2 and then rook h1 check. What a game, you guys. Okay, this is awesome. I like what I'm seeing here. You can, I mean, tell my joy, where my joy is coming from. So this is one of my inventions, you guys. I just invented this, strategic gambit from scratch, and then it seems to work even against higher rated opponents. So not much of a stretch. So again, we see this desperado move, but I can still go rook h1, I guess. Next, I want to take. Okay. Now this is a tricky move. And let me just take. I don't know, maybe my opponent is going to, try to flag me. But I guess I'm going to do justice. What is this? This is checkmate, come on. Right, so once again, the Fianchetto Gambit. Take my pawn. Take my other pawn, my second pawn. So knight c6. My opponent intends to go knight b4, I guess. So pawn to a3 to stop that. Last time I played bishop h3 and I lost. So let me try pawn to c3. I see bishop f5 coming. I mean, this, yep. Let me try queen d2. Okay, pawn takes. I can't take back because of check. So knight f3. Okay, I got again pawn takes. I have an opportunity to exchange queens and just play chess, because my position is not that good. Let me do this. So I'm just asking my opponent to, play chess. Develop my bishop. So let's see how good my opponent is without queens on the board. So I just want to take this pawn. It's time to start grabbing back all the pawns. Take with the knight, plus attacking the bishop. Now I can take back one pawn. Retreat my knight. Next I want to take on g5. Okay. Castle long, knight d2. Don't forget that my opponent is a 26-14 rated player, so he probably knows these lines. He's able to find good moves. Let me just connect my rooks. And I'm behind time. I'm down on time. I want to take on g5, by the way. I'll be happy to take at least one more free pawn. Remember, this was a gambit. I sort of sacrificed a pawn for quick development. Anyway, so if you think you are good in terms of tactics, or if you think you are a skilled player, then you can go ahead and try these dubious gambits. These gambits are not for the faint of hearts. They are specifically for aggressive players and those who just want to explore new things, who just want to have fun, not to be tried in serious classical tournaments. Please hear me out. So you can see how I have magically paralyzed my opponent's position. That's why he has taken so long to make a move. He can't move his king's knight because I'm gonna take on h6. Okay, there we see knight c7. Now I can focus on the other side of the board, I guess. f4 was also playable. Okay, finally they have decided to let go of the h-pawn. So this is what I was talking about, you guys. So at the end of the day, you can still get a decent game. Let Let me concentrate on the queen side. Where am I? Yeah, just keep on advancing. Okay, b6, c5, I mean c4. Let me take in advance. Okay. I have nothing to do on the king side. That's why I'm playing on this side of the board, by the way. I can just take the pawn. Is not going anywhere. Okay. Let me just come back. Check. Here's how we stop the knights, or how we run away from the knights. Okay, this stopping check. So you can see we are now in the end game, even though I'm down some material and positionally speaking I'm losing. Okay, this is bad for me. Wait, what is this? Check. 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 How about this, attacking the rook? Where should I go? What should I do here? King d2. Okay, knight g4. I'm running low on time, you guys. Oh. No. Come on, rook takes. Take the rook. No. Come on. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. Just support me on Patreon, where I post other long form videos and studies that you won't find here on YouTube. You can also join for free, by the way. I do post chess puzzles, books, articles, and other chess studies for free to help you improve at chess. It's all on Patreon, Casper Chess Official. But if you really want to level up and take your chess seriously, you can consider supporting this channel by subscribing to one of the membership tiers. Because honestly speaking, that's how you support this channel. I and my colleagues don't make much from this YouTube channel. So rather than you guys donating money for free, we prefer that you support us by getting our products. It's a trade-off. You support our small works and then you get some high quality content in return. Right, now time for you to go and check out my new E5 defense course, which I have also linked in the comment section down below. And I'm glad to say so far it has received a lot of attention and people are getting it like crazy. So it's an opening response that you try against White's E4 opening. You're going to learn how to play against the Scotch, the Royal Pace, the Bishop's opening, 3 Knights opening, the 4 Knights game, the Vienna game, even the Italian game. So it's the complete E5 defense course that I just launched with my team. You better go and check it out. Thank you so much for watching this video. Until next time, have a wonderful day. Bye bye.